Welcome back to the Gadget Show's Future Special in celebration of Flash Forward, which starts in about half an hour on 5.
Yeah, and we're going to give you a little bit of a flash forward now into what the future of gaming may hold. Here's Otis.
The gaming industry is worth around £23 billion, and it's no longer just for teenagers. The average British gamer is now aged 36.
With such a huge range of players to satisfy, gaming is developing fast, and in the future, it's going to be even more immersive.
Instead of just controlling an avatar on screen, we will be those avatars, able to play against real-life friends or enemies in the game.
And instead of mashing keys with our thumbs or guiding joysticks,
we'll be using our brains and bodies to control all our movements and getting real-time feedback. We already have the building blocks for this technology with pressure-sensitive exercise pads, force feedback steering wheels, and mind control games like Airhead.
But scientists are conducting research into human motion and navigation that could finally crack the holy gaming grail of making a virtual game world feel exactly like the real one.
These futuristic experiments are taking place at the Max Planck Institute for Biological Cybernetics in Germany, where they've built some of the most advanced virtual reality systems on Earth. And I went to try them out, starting with the one they call the Pit.
It's a very simple plank. Your task is going to be to walk over it, but in virtual reality you will see a deep pit below the plank.
With the virtual reality headset on, I could see a dizzyingly deep void in front of me. Now, my heart rate is going up a little bit. Being forced to walk over it on a plank made it feel all too real, and my intense fear of falling kicked in. I am going to crawl across. No, I'm not. I'm going to slither across. 16 motion cameras were tracking my movement to ensure that all the images I was seeing were moving in real time. That's really deep! What I was seeing felt incredibly real. But the next bit of kit I discovered took that experience to a whole new level. What I'm stood on is the omnidirectional treadmill. It enables me to walk in any direction for any distance without really going anywhere. I could now take a walk around a potentially infinite virtual world. In this case, the local town of Tübingen. This is where we were last night! Last night, we took a stroll through the town and we passed these shops, and I'm actually walking past these shops now. At least I think I am. This 7-ton treadmill has 25 belts moving front to back, all on a separate belt moving left to right. The motion cameras work with it to compensate for every step I take, to ensure I'm always in the center. Currently, this technology is being used in studies of how we navigate, but think of its implications. In a first-person shoot-'em-up computer game, you could actually run around levels as if for real. Think of the workout that would give you. And this tech will utterly transform massive virtual worlds like World of Warcraft, making the whole experience so much more realistic and physical. The treadmill was amazing, but next door was the coolest, most mind-blowing piece of technology I had ever seen. This is a robotic arm that's been adapted for use as a motion simulator. I was being let loose with 2 tons of sheer robotic might that was home to the ultimate helicopter simulator. The aim is to hover in front of this wall using small, minute movements and not talk and get distracted. With its racing driver's seat and curved screen, it has the potential to revolutionize arcade gaming. The controls are so sensitive. I had it for a moment. No, too far back. Oh! It has 6 degrees of motion and an ability to endlessly roll the seat and screen. A gadget like this really could make gaming feel more realistic than the real thing.
How So cool. My favourite bit, yes, was the robot arm. Think about the applications for it, though. Drive simulating, flight simulations, and, of course, rides.
Games! Forget all those other three. Gaming! The Wii arm. I can see it in I can see it in my home, basically.
Can I just ask you a question, though? You know when you're going across the plank and you look down into the pit?
Yes.
Was it quite terrifying?
It felt real. It felt as though there was a deep pit underneath me. I know the graphics weren't great, but I felt as though if I left the plank, I would fall.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. Right, let's tell you about this week's competition, because we have put together a prize fund that will change your gadget future.
A prize fund that has 100 gadgets in it, the best gadgets we think you could ever want. In fact, some of it is so cutting edge, it's not even on the market yet.
Yeah, but trust us, as soon as they are on the market, as soon as the future tech is available, we'll make sure you get it right away. So, listen carefully. Here's the list of everything you could win.
You could win a PSP Go, a Panasonic Lumix GF1, an Asus E keyboard and a Sony Bravia Blu-ray player, all as soon as possible after launch. The Beatles Rock Band and a Swap watch.
A Panasonic TZ7 compact digital camera, a 50-inch plasma TV, a 32-inch LCD TV, an in-focus DLP projector, 20 Blu-ray movies and a 16-gig iPhone.
A high-end desktop gaming PC, a MacBook laptop, a Samsung NC10 netbook, a Canon Pixmar printer, a Nintendo Wii and Wii Fit and a DSi.
A Microsoft Xbox 360, a year's free subscription to Xbox Live, a PS3, a Pyromac gaming chair and a whole load of games for all the consoles.
An Apple iPod Touch, an Arcos 5 personal media player, a 5.1 surround sound speaker system, a high-def Panasonic camcorder, a Sony reader.
A Rovio mobile webcam, a Jura coffee machine, a bulletproof USB memory stick, a G-Shock Golfman watch, an Oral-B Triumph electric toothbrush, a Philips juicer and a Tefal Actifry.
A Slingbox Pro, a loaded Dervish longboard, a Marin mountain bike, a pair of Skullcandy TI headphones, a copy of FX Home Special Effects software, a Philips webcam and a Berghaus Bioflex rucksack.
A Magimix 5200 food processor, a Yogi Gatekeeper Pico, a Griffin Smart Talk Bluetooth headset, a Power 8 Workshop, a Pocket Surfer, a pair of high-end ASICS trainers and a Gorilla Pod.
A Cobb barbecue, a Wolf-Eye Shark torch, a Flatlight, a Dyson Ball vacuum, a Sony D100 digital photo frame, an Aladdin Challenger flask and a Flip Video Ultra.
It's a prize fund worth just under £16,000, and all these gadgets could be winging their way to your house if you know the answer to this question. Who starred in the movie Back to the Future? A. Michael J. Fox, B. Michael Jackson, C. Michael Keaton.